Alright, here we go with C-Zone 5 of World War Tube. This is going to be the UK Turn 1. And as UK, there you go, Corporal Clegg. Keep calm and carry on. You'll have to keep calm with Italy after this turn. Alright, the UK has a total of 28 IPCs to spend this turn. So we're going to spend those on 1 transport for 7, 2 fighters for 10 each, and we're going to bank 1 IPC. We have a total of 3 combat moves. Let's see if we can't get this to work. There we go. And so those 3 combat moves are going to be all in and around the Med. So first we're going to take everything from Alexandria and we're going to move forward into Tobruk. So that's 2 infantry, an artillery, and a tank. We're also going to take this mechanized infantry from Egypt, 1, 2, and we're going to grab this infantry and an artillery from Egypt on the transport and take it over as well. So that means we need a battle here in C-Zone 96. So we're going to take this cruiser from 91, 1, 2, 3. And we're also going to take the fighter from Gibraltar, 1, 2, 3. He'll have 1 movement remaining. And then going into C-Zone 97, we're going to be taking everything from C-Zone 98. So that's a carrier, a cruiser, and a destroyer. We're also taking the tactical bomber 1, 2, so he'll have 2 movements remaining. And from Malta, we're taking this fighter. He's going to go 1, 2. He'll have 2 movements remaining. From England, we're taking the strategic bomber. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll have 2 movements remaining. And from Scotland, we're going to take the fighter into 111, 112, West Germany, Northern Italy, and into C-Zone 97 with 0 movements remaining. I spoke with Corporal Clegg already, and he said that he will not be scrambling the fighters or that German tactical bomber into C-Zone 97. So let's take it over to the battle board, where I've already got everything set up here. So we've got the carrier. This one here is the C-Zone 97 with the carrier, the destroyer, the cruiser, 2 fighters, tactical bomber, and strategic bomber. Going up against, whoops, he decided not to scramble. I had those there just in case. Going up against just the transport, the cruiser, and the battleship. And then in Tobruk, we have denoted coming in amphibious with the blue chips here. So 2 infantry at 1, an infantry, a mech, and 2 artillery at 2, and a tank at 3. And then going up against 3 infantry, an artillery, a mech, and a tank. And then lastly in the Malta C-Zone, I think it's 96 or something like that, we have the cruiser and the fighter going up against the destroyer. So let's go ahead and start here. We'll start from bottom to top, the same way I just introduced them. Hopefully you can see that all right. We've got the dice already laid out here, so we're going to start off with 1 at 2, 3 at 3, and 2 at 4. And we need 3 hits. And we do indeed have 4 hits. So everything there is dead, but they get to fire back, and they have, I keep forgetting, they don't have those aircraft there now, so they have the 1 at 3 and the 1 at 4. And we have 1 hit. So that 1 hit, I am going to take the cruiser. And you may think, why would you take the cruiser? Well, because I need that destroyer to defend against the submarine that's still there. And then also dying is the transport, the cruiser, and the battleship for Italy. All right, that's all for that one. The next battle, the battle in, well, I guess we'll have to do the one in the sea first. So we have 2 at 3, and we're going to go ahead and roll the 1 at 2 with it. Oh, all misses. Try again. Ah, there we go. We got it. The 1 at 3 and the destroyer missed. So we're going to take out the destroyer and the transport for the Italians, and we keep the fighter and the cruiser for the UK. All right, so now we're moving on to the land battle. So we have the 2 at 1, the 2 infantry at 1. I know you probably can't see some of those ones on the end, but there's the 2 infantry at 1, and then the infantry, 2 artillery, and mechanized infantry, so that's 4 at 2, and then the 1 at 3. So not bad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits there, and those 3 have missed. So we'll put those over here. And then fighting back, or shooting back, we've got the 3 infantry, artillery, and mech, so that's 5 at 2, 2, 4, 5, and the tank at 3. Ooh, that is not good. And they have a total of 5 hits. So they got 1 more hit than me. Bummer. Alright, so we're going to take off their 4. We got 3 infantry, and I'll assume the artillery coming off for the Italians. And for me, I will take the 2 infantry at 1, and darn. And I'll just take off the mech, the artillery, and the guy for that. So now we've got a very even battle with 1 at 3 and 1 at 2 for each side. So we've got the artillery and the tank for the UK. And we have 1 hit. And then we have the mech and the tank for the Italians. And we have no hits. All right. So we'll take off the mech and we'll go again. So we've got the artillery and the mech. Or tank, I meant. So that's my last hit that I needed. And then finally just the tank shooting back for the Italians. And he misses. All right, I will take that. That's great. So we end up with 1 artillery and 1 tank left in the UK. All right, I'm going to move these back to the board, and I also have to tee up a couple of non-combat moves for the US that they needed to correct since they made a mistake. So let me get those ready, and I'll be right back. All right, we're ready for non-combat now, and so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and land our planes. So this fighter here in Zone 96 has 1 movement left. He'll go to Malta. And the fighter with 0 movements left in Zone 97, of course, will land on the carrier. And the second fighter with 2 movements left will also land on the carrier. The tactical bomber with 2 movements left will go 1, 2 into Malta. And the strategic bomber with 2 movements left will go 1, 2 into Malta. Alright, so that lands all the planes, and so what we have final left in those sea zones is the carrier with 2 fighters in 97 along with the destroyer, and the cruiser with a transport in 96. Alright, so additional non-combat movements. We are going to take this infantry that's in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan, and we're going to move up to Egypt. We're also going to take this destroyer that's in Zone 71, and we're going to go 1, 2 into Zone 76. Further up, we are going to take, make sure you can see it, this transport that's in 106. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 into 91, taking with him the tank and the infantry, and they're going to land in Gibraltar. The infantry and the artillery that are in Ontario are going to move forward to Quebec, and the transport that's in 109 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to 106, and the destroyer in 109 is going to move 1 to 119. We are also going to take the mechanized infantry that's in the United Kingdom, and he's going to go 1, 2 into Ayr. So that one will become Allied now. And I realized that I didn't put my my roundel either on Tobruk, so we'll go ahead and put that there as well. Not worth any IPCs though, so no income increases for the UK this turn. All right, I think that is it for the UK non-combat moves, but we do need to fix one mistake that was made by the US. So if you'll notice that there was a strategic bomber that was landed on this carrier, which shouldn't have happened. So that strategic bomber is actually supposed to be in the eastern United States. It was going to go there. And then the fighters on the other side of the board should have been shifted in accordance with, actually, if you watch Piloto's video, you'll see that he started to do it and then he changed his mind and moved it back because he got confused about what was in central United States. So this fighter here in Hawaiian Islands is supposed to have gone up here to the carrier in C-Zone 10, and the fighter that went from western United States out to C-Zone 10 was supposed to cross the board and come over to C-Zone 101, right? Yeah, 101, to land on that carrier, so that one's fully loaded. All right, so that's just some small corrections that Piloto asked me to make. All right, let's do a recap. So, in Quebec, we have an infantry and an artillery, C-Zone 106, a transport. In C-Zone 91, we have a transport, and in Gibraltar, we have an infantry and a tank. In the United Kingdom, we have 2 infantry, 4 anti-aircraft, and then up in Scotland, we have 2 infantry and anti-aircraft, and in Ayr, we have a mechanized infantry. And I guess I should probably throw my builds on the board. These 2 fighters are also going in the UK, and this transport is going in C-Zone 71 off of South Africa. So we'll add these 2 fighters there to United Kingdom. All right, continuing on, C-Zone 97, we have an aircraft carrier with 2 fighters and a destroyer. In C-Zone 96, we have a cruiser and a transport. On Malta, we have an infantry, an anti-aircraft, a fighter, a tactical bomber, and a strategic bomber. In Tobruk, we have an artillery and a tank. In Egypt, we have 1 infantry. C-Zone 76, we have a destroyer. And in C-Zone 71, we have that newly placed transport right next to the 2 infantry in the Union of South Africa. All right, so the UK, they banked 1 from last round, didn't go up any, and so we will collect another 28, which will put us now at 29 IPCs total. So there's the 28 we had, plus the 1 we banked. 29 IPCs for turn 2. All right, that's it for the UK. Next up, we have Corporal Clegg with what is left of Italy. Good luck. One quick correction to make. I forgot to grab my national objectives for UK, so we get an extra 5 IPCs for controlling all of our original UK Europe territories. So instead of having 29 on here, we're going to add 5 more, so that gives us 34 IPCs to use in round 2. And I know that's the Union Jack, but HPG is all out of their coasters. I'm still missing that one, and the US one that's from World War I. Hopefully I can get those whenever they get back in stock. That's it. Thanks.